special guest, Miss Regina Gibbons. I want to say CEO of Why Not Incorporated.
Yes.
Yes, visionary. We like to use the word visionary around here. We bring her in today to talk a little bit about her business as well as promote an upcoming event that she has going on. We are back, ladies and gentlemen. This is our third show this week. We try to keep y'all entertained as much as possible with the main goal of shining a light on people that have things going on out here. I'm going to lead off with announcements. Absolutely. We are still pushing our hoodie drive, hoodies for the hopeful. We'll be running that promotion throughout winter and into the spring. We have a big collection of donations that we got last weekend from Just Like Sneaker Convention that we'll be dropping off to Cold Blue this week. And then we're going to lean into, I believe it's Brish and Cold Blue that's asking for donations. So we're going to start sending stuff over there. Second, we have Bright Side Wellness. If you guys remember our interview from last week, we had, I don't want to say her name. I don't want to say her name at all because I can't find it. But she was on last week. It was a, see, Zakia does this, guys. So. But Brightside Wellness, Be Well, Latia Pierce. There we go. That was actually an insightful interview about mental health. She's located in Vineland for all your mental health needs. Big shout out to Dog Pro Wrestling, my boy Jaden. That interview was up on YouTube. They're actually coming to South Jersey this summer. He doesn't want me to tell y'all when, but we will be having, I think, 2 wrestling events in Cumberland County coming this year. Big shout out to Just Jess Cleaning Service. Just Jess is one of our teammates. She came in with her guns blazing. You'll see her in our content, promoting and sharing like crazy. Her cleaning services are as follows: deep cleaning, weekly maintenance, home organization, and she does event construction. If you have an event, she will come and set your event up. And when your event is done, she will come and shut it down for you and clean up after. So I believe that was very creative. And we also have 2 teammates. One is Vay. She does temporary body art. She is awesome. Please check her out, Vay the Artist, 215-349-0147. And then we have Nay, Smokehouse Customs. Nay thrifts, Nay sews, Nay tie-dyes, Nay does everything. And she is right on the 2nd floor. So big shout out to Nay, Smokehouse Customs. With further ado, let's get into this interview. As I said earlier, today we have Miss Regina Gibbons, visionary and CEO of Why Not Incorporated. We brought you on here to, speak a little bit about yourself, your brand, and the upcoming event that you have going on. So if you don't mind taking some time to introduce yourself and let the people know a little bit about you.
Awesome. Thank you for having me. I am Regina Gibbons. I'm executive director and founder of Why Not Inc., a Bridgeton resident at heart, moved around, and now I live in Maryland. And so that's where Why Not Inc. was incorporated and started. True Bridgeton girl.
Mm-hmm. So what, if somebody was to ask you what Why Not Inc. is, what would you tell them?
Why Not Inc. is a place that we try to restore our young people. We try to empower our young people. We try to uplift our young people. We try to impart knowledge, nurture ideas, create opportunities, and have lifelong teaching for them.
Mm-hmm. Now, what are some of the teachings that you pride yourself on when it comes to that and uplifting this?
That I pride myself on. So I would say life skills, right? We want to make sure that our young people, whether they decide to go to college, they decide to trade, or they decide to go straight into the workforce, that they have the life skills that they need. We want to make sure that they are able to sustain and survive on their own without having to necessarily look for a handout, look for someone to be their lifeline. They can be their own lifelines.
When did the idea hit you?
2018 is when we were started. So I tell this story. So I was on a train. I work in DC, and so I was on a train on my way into work, and it was 2 young girls on the train with me, and they were sitting in front of an older couple, and they're having this conversation. And as I'm listening to the conversation, I'm thinking, wow, I wouldn't have this conversation with my friends, and I'm 40 at this point.
Yes.
And so I'm like, this is insane. And so they continue to talk, and in my head, I'm like, okay, am I going to say something to them? Because, you know, if I say something, I'm probably going to have to fight. Like that's really what's about to happen. But they continued their conversation, and the grandmother grabbed her husband. And at that point I said, okay, enough is enough. So I went and I had a conversation with them, and I told them, you don't have to talk like this. Like, I don't know what's going on with you, but you don't have to talk like this. Who hurt you this bad that this is your conversation? And of course they hit me with the, you ain't my mama, and you ain't my aunt, and you, all of these things. And I said, I understand. I know I'm none of those things, but I am someone who cares, and I don't know you, but I care about you. And you two are young princesses, and you should not do this. So I got off the train. I called my best friend, and I said, hey, I need to start a nonprofit because something's wrong. We're missing something. And she said, well, what do I have to do? Because I'm certain if you said it, we're going to do it. So what do I have to do? I said, I have no idea, but I'm going to find out by the end of the day. I went in my office, I shut my door, and I just start researching how you start a nonprofit. What does it do? How do I get started? Who do I need? Who do I need to call? And so that's when it was born.
Yes. So you have the lovely Tracy Wells Huggins here.
Oh yeah, she is here.
She plays a role. You when we were booking your interview, you asked if she could come along because she played a role. You mind running down her role and her
absolutely. I'll give you the short end, and she could give you the rest. But she is absolutely the board president of Why Not Inc. As it currently stands, and she lives here, right? And so we're doing work here, and so what better opportunities than to have both of us sit here?
Absolutely,
right? You know, I come in, yeah, I'm from here, but I don't live here, and you know, she's boots on the ground every day.
Yes,
so.
she is. Yeah.
Tracy,
you have anything you want to add? I just want you to be,
I'm just here for moral support.
Thank you. We appreciate
the
you.
reality is that Regina's very, very humble because she doesn't like for people to ascribe any title or anything to her. She just wants to do the work and make an impact.
Absolutely.
But she's actually Dr. Regina Gibbons. And I feel very strongly that every now and again that the props should be given for that.
Yes.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Being a part of Why Not feels really good to my spirit because it's in full alignment with everything that I already do. In fact, it's who we are.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's who we were molded and grew up to be based on the mothers that we had and the training and upbringing that we had. So it just feels really, really cool to sit beside her and aggravate her and do all the things that I get to do.
Now I got to see some of you guys' dynamic before we went on.
Oh,
y'all got it.
I forgot.
White check. But the name, Why Not? Well, can you mind explaining that a little bit?
Like I said, it's most people ask why.
Yes.
Why should I do something?
Okay.
Why should we go? Why should we be a part of? And so I wanted to flip the narrative and say, why not? Why not be first? Why not get good grades? Why not be at the top? Why not sit in the front of the classroom? And so that's kind of where Why Not came from. And we use KNOT because we wanted to talk about the linkages between people. I'm big on relationship building.
Yes.
And so there's a knot that is tied at the end of our logo. And that's because you have to ground yourself to someone. And so that's how Why Not was established.
Teamwork.
Yeah.
No, that's dope.
Yeah.
Prom Boutique. So that's what that's the main thing that brought you here. Of course,
Absolutely.
We wanted to focus on the brand. Is this? I didn't check, but this is not your first one. Correct?
No, nope. This is number 7.
What is the basis behind Prom Boutique and how to get started?
It got started because I understood that parents were selling their life to make sure their children had everything they needed to go to the prom. While I look at some of my friends who have dresses hanging in their closet with tags on it because they bought 4 of them and only wore 1. And so I felt like the fortunate could really help those that may not be as fortunate. And so that was the premise of it, making sure that the financial burden of getting an outfit, the financial burden of getting your hair done, all of those things was alleviated. And if I could be a part of that, then I want it to be.
Absolutely. How did the first one go for you? What up to that first one and how was that experience?
We set up this elaborate event, right?
Yes.
We just knew the world was coming because we had it in the school and we knew every person at that school was coming, and only 4 came. Only 4.
But sorry.
It's okay.
Okay.
So
Yes.
only 4 came. So that's how the first one went.
Mhm.
And so, but I was sad, and
Mhm.
I felt like we did all this, and oh my goodness, only 4 came. But I was quickly reminded that who was supposed to be there was there.
Yes.
Because the 4 that came, they were so excited, and we did a commercial, and they're even in my commercial still with their smiles and their happiness. And so after it, I was like, yeah, I'm not doing this again. Like
No.
this was a waste,
No.
and I'm not doing this. And I really sat back and thought about it, and I said, you know what, I can't. That can't not be the way I go
It's
out.
a learning experience. Yeah.
And so then the next year we did it again, and we had 99 come.
Mhm.
And so, it just continued to grow to last year where we had 635. And so,
How does it feel? How does it feel to have your own, to manifest an idea of yours like that and then actually see it grow?
It feels good, right? It feels good to know that we've helped someone, right? It's not even about me or an idea. It's really about the fact that I know that there are some who really their decision was based upon not being able to have something to wear.
Yes.
And that we switched that and we made it so. So it feels great.
Would you say that having access to a resource like that, it boosts like confidence, self-esteem,
Absolutely.
and stuff like that?
And especially if it's done right. I mean,
Yes.
you have some prom boutiques or prom giveaways that the young people walk away and they feel like I shouldn't have did that because I felt that people talked down to me, or I felt like I was in need.
Yes.
Right. And so we try to make sure that it's not about need.
Mm-hmm.
We don't care where you come from. Your parents can have $1 million in the bank, or your parents cannot even have a bank account, and we treat you the same.
Exactly.
And so I think that is what's important.
I would say that one of the things that I like most about what Why Not does is the fact that dignity is at the forefront of everything. Yeah. So that young people, when they come in, they don't feel as if they're going to, no disrespect or shade, to a hand-me-down event.
Okay. Yes.
There is the setup is elaborate. The setup is very welcoming, and even the families that come, everybody feels like this is a great experience.
Mm-hmm.
It really makes me sad to see that so many just decide that they're going to throw things together and offer it to anybody in any form. That's programming. Don't
Yep.
get me started.
Yeah.
That is just anything that we do for the community.
Yeah.
If it's not done well and with excellence,
Yeah. Events,
keep that.
all that
You
stuff.
know, keep that.
We stick by the 60 to 90 day window. We don't throw events out there, wishy-washy services, anything like that. We try to give ourselves time to put the effort, energy, and intention behind it.
Mhm.
So I definitely respect what you guys are doing. You guys, or anybody you guys are collabing with on this event?
So we have Dream Catchers of Goldtown.
Okay.
They are a partner. Raw Wisdom, of course, Renew Minds is our partner. As far as the actual prom boutique, we have some vendors who will be on site. We are still accepting vendors. So if you're a vendor and you service our young people, then we ask that you look at
is there
being a
specific
part.
type of vendor you guys are looking for? Just one
resource.
Okay.
Got to be a
Resources,
resource vendor.
absolutely.
Yeah, you can't come and sell anything because nothing there is for sale.
Okay, so there's no vendor fee
Nope.
either? Got you.
No vendor
All right.
fee, because we want to make sure that all of the young people that attend, they have access to anything that they want to have access to.
If you had a message to potential vendors, what would you tell them about coming on and joining your event?
Don't fry chicken.
Don't fry chicken.
No fried chicken? What is that? I feel like there's a story behind that.
No story that we're going to say
Oh,
here.
okay.
I'll tell you after the camera.
Okay, we'll keep for it.
If I had a message, I think what I would say to vendors is just make sure that your heart is for young people, and that whatever you're coming for, like, it's intentional, because we're intentional about change, right? We want to impact. So if you're there just to say that you had numbers, that's not the space for you.
Mhm.
But if you're there, if one person comes, or if 1,000 people come and you would still be willing to come, then this is a space for you.
Absolutely. You guys hear it. She is still open to vendors and resources. Please reach out to her. Where can people find you at, real quick, just in case somebody's thinking about reaching out?
They can find us on our website, www.yknotinc.org. And we are looking for hairdressers, barbers, nail techs, any of those people, because we would like to raffle off those items as well.
All right. Now, Prom Boutique 2026. What's to be expected? Coming in.
Hopefully that I don't pass out before it's over. No, what's to be expected? I mean, we can't give away all the secrets, right? Just know that they're gonna come, they're gonna have a good time, they're gonna leave satisfied. We're gonna celebrate them. We are going to make them feel like that night will be better than their prom night, because we're going to make sure that when they leave here, they know that there's people who are rooting for them.
Now, with you guys going on doing the seventh year, I want to say,
7th year.
Do you have people that come back around and maybe volunteer and help? Or
I have
you have the success stories of people that really, that you really impacted?
So my first 4,
yes,
they come back every year in Maryland to help. And the first year, so we do have them sign a document that says that when they are able, they will pay it forward.
Yes.
And so those 4 every year have come back and brought a dress.
That's dope.
Yeah.
How can moments like this shift somebody's potential future? I know it doesn't sound like a big thing, prom and prom dress, but what type of impact have you seen it make on those ladies?
I mean, I think it's just the celebration of it. We've had some walk in with their head down, because I can even go so far as to say I had one time it was all said and done, everybody in the room was crying, because she's crying and she's like, I'm so beautiful. And it was just one of those moments when it's like this one thing, and all we did was put her in her dress. And I mean, it was a beautiful dress. I mean, and she had the personal shopper, took her time with her. We found dresses, she didn't like it, we didn't like it, she didn't like it, mom didn't like it, and it was like, yeah, no, that's not it. But when she found that perfect one, to see her walk with her head out and up, and just it changed the world for everybody. So I didn't even care who else came in the building after that,
I get that.
because that one was just like it meant something. Yeah.
And I will say it's not just the ladies, because we have suits, we have shoes. Yeah, the fellas are there, and the fellas, they come out, they are only too happy to hold up and say, I made this choice.
Yes.
And when I tell you, they are eleganza propping up and all kinds of, you can't tell them anything.
You
It's
look
a
good,
beautiful
you feel
experience.
good.
For
You
everyone.
feel really good when you look good.
Yeah, you do.
What's the importance of community involvement and future community involvement? I know that's something you looked forward to, is bringing more people in. What's the importance of just having more people involved and knowing about what you have going on?
It's a village, right? Like, we can't do this alone. It's a village, and I think the sooner we realize that village mentality will take us all to where we want to get, things will be a lot better. And so having community means having a village.
Yes,
and so that's important.
Absolutely. March 14th, 2026 at the Arms Center.
Yep.
Big shout out to the Arms Center.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Union Baptist. Throwback.
Throwback.
Voices of Union and all that. we ain't gonna talk about it on there, but
Right,
yes,
you campaign.
You campaign.
Pass the tip.
I have memories of being young and prom. So, are there any other people that you would like to shout out that involved what you got going on or involved in your path?
Listen, I would not do that, because I would absolutely miss somebody. But there are a number of people from New Jersey all the way to California that I could name that has a part of Why Not, right? So if you've ever been to any event, if you've ever done a program, if you've ever given 50 cents, if you've ever sent a backpack, if you've ever sent a toy, if you've ever donated a prom dress, if you ever gave me a word of encouragement, all of those things, they all matter. So I don't want to call names, because, like I said, I don't feel like my phone ringing later saying, why didn't you say me?
I see you on the line.
Right. And so I just
Absolutely.
say, if you fall into any one of those categories, I thank you and I appreciate you.
What are some future goals you have for Why Not, as well as Prom Boutique?
Our future goal is to open a charter school.
Wow.
Yes.
Big business.
Yeah. That's our future goal. We want to open a charter school starting in Maryland and spreading across the 50 states.
Yes.
We definitely, I used to tell people that Why Not will be the YMCA on steroids, because we will be the place that you can come and get whatever you need.
So has education always been your thing? Is that
I guess so, huh?
it is?
I make a joke and I say, I had the most educated teddy bears ever. Right, because I swear they're neurosurgeons. My teddy bears are smart. I don't know about y'all's, but mine are smart because I taught them. And so education, my mother was a former educator, my dad was a former educator, so I don't think I had a choice but to do education.
That's big though. Where do you think that what are the role would Prom Boutique play when it comes to inclusion and equity?
Like I said, if you have $1 million in the bank or if you have $1 in the bank, it doesn't matter. Like when we see you, all we see is that young person that needs somebody to walk hand in hand with them to make sure that they walk out of there feeling great.
Absolutely. Prom Boutique, everybody, March 14th, 2026 at the Home Center in Bristol. You mind letting the people know where they can find you at again?
So you can all social media platforms at Why Not Inc. If you want to visit our website, we're www.yknotinc.org.
We're going to get into this. We have some personal questions that we like to ask everybody. Nothing too deep, but we do have young people that follow our podcast, so we like to ask introspective questions as a form of giving advice. So, what's some advice that you would give to your 16-year-old self?
To my 16-year-old self.
Everybody, you can see everybody we ask this question, you can see the clock. The clock's ticking and turning.
Smell the smoke.
I probably would tell my 16-year-old self to give myself grace, and don't want everything right now, because it's going to come. Continue to work hard, continue to dream big, and probably even dream bigger.
More.
Yeah, I think that's what I definitely would tell myself, to give myself grace. Yeah.
What's the value of patience and perseverance?
Patience.
That's the first thing you said, is to not want it. You don't necessarily have to get it right now.
Patience and perseverance. I think when you get it all right now, you don't get what you deserve. I think you get what's in the moment. Patience gives you what you deserve, because you give yourself an opportunity to think and feel and really understand what it is you want at the end.
And what you have when you get it.
Exactly.
Yes. I always say the best things in life you gotta wait for sometimes. So.
We say that, but we really don't do it.
We want to wait.
Exactly.
Well, my thing is now.
Right now.
Where do you see Why Not in Prom Boutique in 10 years, 10 to 15 years? So what's the end goal? I know you said you want to do the charter school, but this specific event, what do you want from it?
This event, we at 1,200 now, so 15 times. we'll probably be hopefully we'll be serving 120,000 at that point. And honestly, what I would like to see is organizations come together and do major events.
Yes.
Right. If we're all doing the same thing.
Convention center right across the street. Yes. That's my thing. I'm trying to push for us to start.
Right. I would like to see us do a major Prom Boutique. Let's all of us pull our resources and do one, and make it so that whether it has to be a week long, whatever it is, but I think that would be what I would like to see in 10 to 15 years.
I feel like that would be dope.
Yeah, me too.
Count VMG, and we tell everybody that comes here, because we were like, whatever y'all doing, count us in. If it's promo or, like I said, visibility or driving traffic, we're here. That leads into my next question, which we always ask is, how can people as a community, us here at VMG, anybody listening to this, how can they support you or help you? What do you need from us?
any seniors, juniors, anybody going to a prom, tell them about it, right? Tell them to look us up. Tell them to come. Tell them to register, because we just want to. We're here, and we want to. I don't want to take dresses with me. I don't want to take suits with me, right? I want them to go. Yes. I want to leave here bare. Even though I have to go to Maryland and do it in Maryland, I can restock. Yes. But I want to leave here with nothing. And if we could do that, then everybody in the community has done their job. Absolutely. And if you're a hairdresser, barber, nail tech, makeup artist, any of those things, we are looking for you to donate a hairstyle, a haircut, a makeup session.
Yeah, we can do a call to action. We actually had braiders and barbers at our research fair in September.
Awesome.
They were inside cutting and doing stuff for that day. So I can reach out to the ones that we have volunteer for us.
I appreciate
and
that.
maybe direct them your way.
Please.
Once again, November 14th, 2026, Center in Bristol, Prom Boutique. March. What did I say?
November. Can we get to March first?
Can we
not be at the end of the year?
It's nothing happening. I know I'm happening in November either. March 14th, 2026, Bristol Center Prom Boutique, presented by Why Not Incorporated. We have Miss Regina Gibbons in here. You have any final words or any message that you want to tell our listeners before we close out?
No, I just say once again, thank you for having us. And seriously, everybody come. Even if you don't have a young person, come and experience. Yes. Come experience the magic, because I think it's one of my favorite events we do. And we do a lot, but this is one of my favorite.
This is really dope. I appreciate you coming out. Tracy, I appreciate you being supportive. I will drop the website and the flyer in the actual comments of the interview. Shout out to our listeners. Thank you guys for tuning in. Zakia said hi, and Derek said hi. My teammates always hop in and be supportive. We'll do what we can to provide some type of visibility and drive traffic. Thanks again for coming out. It was a dope conversation. We appreciate you presenting, your brand and Prom Boutique, everybody. Bristol Center, March 14th, 2026. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes.